Hey everybody, this is Mr. Brooks. I'm going to go over the Geometry Foundations test real quick, and I'm going to work the problems as I would do them if I was taking the test and share my thoughts. And so the first problem is talking about translating from words to symbols. And so for less than, it's common for students to say 4 minus, but 4 less than means you subtract 4. Then a third of x, so 1/3 of x equals 24. And from there you add 4 to both sides, so you get 1/3 x equals 28, and then multiply both sides by 3, and x is equal to 28 times 3, 50, 84. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so the next one is a square room has an area of 200 square feet. How long is each wall? How long is each wall is the question, so that's going to be x. And since it's a square, then both walls' length and width are x. So it's x times x equals 200, as rectangles length times width. Or another way of saying it with a square is x squared equals 200, and then you take the square root of 200 is 14.14, so x equals, and this is square root, right? 14.14. Or you can do the square root of 200 simplifies to 2 times 100, which is 10 root 2. So both these are the same things. I'm going to write this. Say it equals, I'm going to do squiggly lines, and that means like approximately 14.14. And you don't have to, but you can, indicate, hey, that's an irrational number, it goes on forever. Rectangular room has a length of 3 more than the width. The perimeter of the room is 90. What is the width? So what is the width is the question. So that is your x. And so it doesn't matter which one's width. But the length is 3 more. So 3 more is x plus 3. And so the perimeter is x plus x plus x plus 3 plus x plus 3 equals 90. And so it's 4x plus 6 equals 90, and then we solve. And 4x is equal to 84, and that's 21. So x is equal to 21, or the width is equal to 21. Number 5, you're baking cookies, and a normal batch is 3 cups of flour to 31 cookies. How much flour will you need for 100 cookies? This is a proportion, so 3 cups for 31, and how many cups for 100? So this you cross multiply and then set it equal to each other. So 100 times 3 is 300 equals 3 times x. Equals 31 times x. I'm going kind of fast here. So divide by 31. So 300 divided by 31 is 9.67. So 9.67 cups of flour. This one, let's see, we have to subtract 4x on both sides. And that's x, and that's minus 10, minus 10. So that's negative 15. And then here, you always want to simplify first, so I'm going to distribute and bring that down. Remember, negative times a negative is a positive. And then you can simplify this also. So this is 22 minus 4y, and negative 10y plus 16. I'm gonna add 10y to both sides. Notice I'm trying to cancel off 1, and I'm actually brought the lower number over. I canceled off the lower number. So this is 6y and minus 22. 16 minus 22 is -6. So -1. This is also the same proportion, it's cross multiply, so I'm going to do 7 times b minus 2 equals 10 times b plus 5, and that's 7b minus 14 equals 10b plus 50, so minus 7b, 3b, and then minus 50 both sides. And then that's -64. So -64 divided by 3 is 21.3. -21.33. Here, before I take the square root, I want to get rid of the 4. So n squared equals 81. This is nice because 81 square roots very nicely to 9, but it's got to be plus or minus. 2 answers for quadratics. This is the opposite. If this is squared, use the square root. So 2k minus 1. I know you guys are going to complain about my k's. I'm sorry. That's my Tennessee education. That's the way I grew up. This is 3. So square root both sides, and this cancels. Plus 1, 2k, there, I made it better for you. And k is equal to 2. Simplify this. This is 36 and 2 and 4 and 2, which is 6 root 2 plus 2 root 2, which is 8 root 2. The 6 and the 2 add together, you don't change the inside. Solve for x. Okay, so there's 2 ways to do it. The faster way is to do 2x plus 11 is equal to 3x plus 6, and that's these 2 sides are equal to each other, right? So minus 2x minus 2x, x equals minus 6 minus 6, 5. The other way to do it is to add up all these, and you get 2, 4, 6, 9x, and then 11 plus 6 is 17 is equal to 62. You can write this equation and solve. Find the perimeter. This needs to be in terms of x. And the perimeter is just add everything up. So you got 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2. And that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And plus 14 minus 16 is minus 2. And an equation, example of an equation with no solution, that would be like, for example, if I had x on each side, they would cancel, and then I need 2 more terms. So let's say this is like plus 1 and this is like plus 4. Of course, there's a million different ways, but when you try to solve this, the x's cancel and you get a not true statement. So that's one example. Okay, so that's the test, and let me know if you have any questions.